Alright guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. In this video we're going to be looking at the MSI Stealth 15 laptop. Now this is MSI's latest gaming laptop which incorporates the brand new RTX 4000 series graphics cards. Now there are two laptops that are available. The one I've got here today is the RTX 4060 version, but you can get a 4070 version as well if you are willing to pay a little bit more money. I've got to say I've been really impressed with this laptop compared to a lot of other gaming laptops I have tried in the past. It has blown me away not only in the performance point of view, but the battery life, but mainly in the thermals and fan noise point of view. But yeah, let's take a deeper dive into the laptop and see whether you should buy one or not. Let's get into it. To start with the design point of view, this laptop is made up of a mix of aluminium and plastic in certain parts, but overall it's a very premium laptop feel. As well as this, it is just over 2 kilograms in weight, so it's on the heavier end, but it's not too heavy. Yeah, it's kind of standard for gaming laptops. But as well as this, it's not overly too thick. It's coming in at under an inch thick. It's 199 millimeters thick, so that's just under 2 centimeters. So yeah, overall it's a pretty nice design. It's not too flashy. You could get away with this as a normal laptop. It's not screaming gaming laptop too much, but yeah, overall nice design, can't complain at all. Now in terms of specs for this laptop, you are getting Nvidia's brand new RTX 4060 laptop GPU with 8GB of VRAM, which is a huge improvement from last year's 3000 series laptop GPUs. And from my experience and testing, you sort of can expect this 4060 GPU to rack up kind of similar in terms of performance compared to the RTX 3070, even the RTX 3070 Ti. Now running alongside the GPU, you do have the Intel i7 13620H. It's definitely a long name, but this CPU is really impressive. It is rocking 10 cores and boosting up to 4.9 GHz in clock speed. But yeah, overall, good pairing in terms of GPU and CPU. But yeah, you'll see more of this in the benchmark later on. And one of the main positives to this laptop as well is you are getting 1TB of storage. Although it's not the fastest SSD storage, it's still a lot, so at least when you're downloading games, you're going to be able to put a lot of games on there. It's much preferred over the 512GB laptops that are available out there. So yeah, can't complain with the storage at all. Now, in terms of the display for this laptop, I've got to be honest, it's kind of mediocre. It's not bad by any means, but it is only a 1080p IPS panel and it is running at 144Hz, so you are getting a smooth display. It's just not particularly good quality, but I am a bit spoiled. I've come from a MacBook Pro 16 where you are getting that Liquid Retina XDR display, so a lot of laptops are going to struggle to compete with that. But it would have been nice to see an OLED display, but at this kind of price, MSI do have to compromise, especially when they're putting in these kind of specs into this laptop. But yeah, even though the display doesn't have a HDR, it does the job, and for most people, it'll be absolutely fine. Worst case scenario, you hook it up to an external display when you're at home, and you just use the display when you're on the go. But yeah, not bad, but not great either. Now, the ports on this laptop, now you are getting quite a lot of options here. You have two USB 3.2 ports, as well as two USB-C ports. You are getting a 3.5mm headphone jack, as well as a gigabit Ethernet port, and my favourite part of this, you are getting the HDMI 2.1 port, so if you have got a brand new TV or a monitor that does support 4K at a high refresh rate, you'll be loving life. Now just briefly running over the connectivity that is available on this laptop, you are getting Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.2, so there's no issues here. Unfortunately it's not Wi-Fi 6E, but it wasn't a problem for me because I don't have fibre, but Wi-Fi 6 is still great, so you can't complain there. And worst case scenario, you do have a gigabit Ethernet port on the side of the laptop as well, if you do need that extra speed. Now, the webcam on this isn't great. It's only a 720p webcam, but I doubt the main focus for anyone buying this laptop is going to be web calls. But if that is you, then keep that in mind. It's only a 720p webcam. And a lot of people do like to know about the keyboard that comes with the laptop. This one is a backlit keyboard. In the dark, it's going to be great at playing games. Just thought I'd throw that in there as well, in case you were wondering. Now, before I give my final opinion on this laptop, I will run some benchmarks. Now, I don't actually have any footage for this, but I did play some games. I struggled to get the screen capture working on this laptop, so I did get the benchmarks and I noted them down. So yeah, have a look at these graphs and see how these games have performed. But yeah, I was quite impressed, and this is running off of the laptop itself, not on an external display, just on the built-in 1080p panel. And it goes without saying, these benchmarks are run while the laptop is fully plugged in, but I'm sure that'll be what you're doing anyway. Anyway, let's get into the benchmarks. Now, overall, I've got to say, for the price, you cannot complain. You are getting the latest GPUs from Nvidia, which will last you a long time. Now, although it is the entry-level laptop, if you do like the design of this laptop and you like MSI laptops, there is a higher model one, around about £600 more expensive. You do get that extra. You do get the 4070 GPU as well. But in addition to this, you do get a Quad HD display at 240Hz. So if you want that better quality display, it might be worth looking at upping your budget to the higher model. But yeah, overall, I really like this laptop. Now, this is one of the first RTX 4000 series laptops that I have tried out, and from my experience, it's been great. So if you do want it, by all means, go get it. It's a really good laptop. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, let me know what you think down below. And leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you later. Goodbye.